Yeah, I just can't do this calculus. Hey, I bet I could call Emma, Hannah, and Matthew. I bet they know how to do it. Hey, do y'all know how to do this calculus homework? I only know how to do one problem. I'm stuck.
I know how to do some of it, but I could really use some help too.
Yeah, I'm lost. Does anyone have an idea or plan for how to do all this?
Oh, I got a plan. Brad's plan.
Yeah. Brad said study, 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 study a lot. Pre-cal was a breeze, but calculus takes some thought. Memorizing theorems and rules killing me. Please pull up at 6 p.m. to study with me. Must remember what Miss Wilson taught me. Unit circle really helped me. Memorize your parent functions first. Sine, cosine, tangent, how to get me. Brad's plan. Brad's plan. Sorted limits, yeah, you know. Trigonometry for show. Limit laws, there's a lot. Yeah. Asymptotes taught by Scott. Yeah, we'll put it to the test. On the test, beat the rest. What now? New things. There's a lot of new things that he's teaching and teaching and teaching and teaching and teaching on me. Yeah. New things. There's a lot of new things that he's teaching and teaching and teaching and teaching and teaching on me. Yeah. He said, do you love calc? I tell them only partly. I only love my Netflix and chill, yeah, and some derivatives. I even got them in my backpack. Integrals, yeah, I don't need no help in doing that. There's a lot of rules. Product, quotient, chain, yeah, you know them. Bring that exponent to the front so it makes sense. Drop it a degree every day, yeah. Brad's plan. Yeah, so that's basically Brad's plan. If we want to succeed, we must follow Brad's plan. Hey Hannah, what are some of the things that you think we should have remembered from Miss Wilson's class?
Well, definitely unit circle and trig identities, but also parent functions and their graphs too.
For sure.
I definitely needed to have those memorized for Brad's calc. Those concepts have really come in handy this year.
I wish I would have remembered all that stuff when we were learning how to do limits. Hey, does anybody actually know how to do a limit problem?
Yeah, I know how to do it. I'll text you a video. A limit is a value that a function approaches as the input approaches another value. So in order to solve this problem, you must split the limit as x approaches 4 of f of x minus g of x into the limit as x approaches 4 f of x minus the limit as x approaches 4 g of x. Then you plug in f of x and g of x into the equations. And then from there, you put 4 into x, and that leaves you with 14 minus 2, which equals 12.
Oh wow, I didn't know it was that simple.
Yeah, but I wish I knew how to do derivatives. Does anybody know how to do this derivative?
The derivatives are actually pretty simple. A derivative is just a function that represents the rate of change of another function. Let me show you how to work one. I'll text you a video. This function is a polynomial, so there is a very easy way to find its derivative, called the power rule. First, we take the exponent of the first term, 4, and move it to the front. Then we subtract this exponent by 1, giving us 3. We do the same process to the second term, getting negative 2 times 4x to the first. We then simplify this out, and we get the derivative of y equals 2x to the fourth minus 4x squared, which is 8x cubed minus 8x. That's a simple derivative problem. Hannah, let's see if you can do one using the chain rule.
Now I do remember the chain rule. I can text you how to do a problem. This problem is asking us to find the derivative, but we need to recognize that we have this inside piece right here, and we also have this outside piece. So that's going to mean that we need to use the chain rule. So what that's going to look like is we need to say y prime is equal to this outside piece, our 4, times our inside piece, x to the third plus 2x. But then we need to lower the 4 a degree, so now we have a 3. Then we need to multiply by the derivative of the inside piece, 3x squared plus 2. And that's the derivative.
That's really helpful because almost all derivative problems have that sort of product rule in them.
And I totally agree. I feel so dumb because I've been going through all this calculus without knowing how to do derivatives. At least I know how to do them now, though.
Me too, but does anyone know how to do integrals? They're so difficult.
Hey, they actually call me the integral master. Let me send you all a video of how to do an integral. So an integral actually represents the amount of area underneath a certain curve. And so in this integral, we have 2x minus 4 as our equation. And so to find out how much area we have underneath our curve, we must take the antiderivative of this equation. And so the antiderivative of 2x is x squared, and the antiderivative of negative 4 is negative 4x. And then you always have to add plus c there at the end because we don't know what kind of constant could be at the end. Because if you took the derivative of c, you would get 0. And so, as shown in the graph, this equation actually represents the amount of shaded area underneath this curve, as you can see in the picture.
Oh, that makes sense.
Well, guys, it looks like we're starting to get the hang of things. Do you guys actually know anywhere in real life where we can use calculus?
I definitely think calculus shows up in areas like software development, engineering, and even architecture.
Maybe even aromatics.
So true, guys. Calculus definitely shows up in everyday life, especially when we choose to pursue careers in any of these areas.
Well, guys, if there's one thing we need to take away today, we need to pay attention to Brad's plan.